gin. Off this gin, I'm melodic with the smoke in the air, and the smell is hypnotic. With a strawberry switch blunt with a whole lot of chronic in a pocket, with a wallet, with a whole lot of nada. I be stressed, but it got me in the ethereal mode, with a serious soul in a cereal bowl. Like I'm searching for the sunflower, I'ma go on the road, but keep my mind open, infinite like the Konami code. Hip hop is my soul. Hope you looking when he's rapping. B-boy spinning to the beat like Mugen when he's scrapping. I'm jugging and I'm lapping on my way to Shangri-La, but some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Hear my battle cry, I might stay late and keep my fresh on the sideways 8. Yeah, I might make babes. All I need is some risotto and a cosplay chick that was born in Kyoto. Why? But that's a no-no if I ain't got that protection B. I keep my sword sheath, I don't need no BM stressing me. I wonder if there's a message, G, when I hear these new rappers. I ain't hating you rappers, but I prefer the boom bappers. It's the truth rappers, it's the war of the words, and I'm standing on top the castle representing the third. I guess you ain't heard, I'm following my destiny, following the God of fools, father to the death of me. A cross on my chest and resolve in my heart. Ain't shit you can do to bring a stop to this march, bring a stop to this art. You must be JK, and I grab the mic and get loud like an AK spray, and then I stay laying this heat over beats. I got the resolve of a beast, so girl, put your knees over these shoulders right here. They holding up the world already. Mujushin style stabbings got your girl all sweaty. Ah, you mad, bro? My bad, I'm in my zone. Miyamoto Musashi with the microphone. The best squad in the city is watching my back. I might hit you with a two-piece like Mataza the Zap. I'm just talking that crap. I'm a peaceful warrior, and my flow Mega Man. I'll defeat and absorb you while I'm hungover off gin and soda. I'm a fucking hero, dog, man. I beat Genova. Word to Jehovah, right hand on the rhyme. The way I'm rapping these lines, so you can examine my mind. Take a step inside, don't be afraid. I'll let the beat lead me while I lead the way. And I seen today, as I read the sermon, that all I can tell you's only death is certain, but the way of the samurai is found in death. You might hear a lot of deep shit, but mine sounds the best. Yes, yeah. This one, baby. KV Anime on the beat. Hood Hemingway.
It's like ba-ba-ba-ba-boom when I roll that D20. Don't tell me about battles, homie, I done seen plenty. Got this mead in my stein, but I usually drink candy. If I see a dope sword, I'm down to blow every penny. Could kill you with a cutlass, I could kill you with a kettle. Might pick up this hammer and be down a horn devil. And I'm searching it for metal way before the dust settle. And I never known defeat, but I get one every level. Got a Royals fitted on that I call the 7 C's. Fuck these weak ass enemies, where the CR-23s. I determine destinies, delay could be the death of us. Pledge allegiance to the grind, I'm just trying to get my level up. Conflict great competitors, leave them dead in the blaze. I'm like your local weed man, I got 20s for days. And while I'm getting the praise, I'm just setting the stage. I play my role from the soul, leaving millions amazed. Like opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label, who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table. Opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label, who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table.
Way before the daytime was made to exist, Merlin will be destined to rock mics and kill shit. With the quick wit, you gon' get hit with the mage script. Omnipotent prowess pouring out of my fingertips. Who needs a compound pistol when I'm blasting magic missile? I only need to touch you to make all your armor sizzle. I can ride the backs of dragons, all I need to do is whistle. You're starting to look thirsty, let me come conjure you some swizzle. If you start some shit with me, you won't wind up dead. I'll reanimate your mom and tell her, give me some head. You may think it's twisted, but I find it to be clever. A horrid lesson learned that's gonna stick with you forever. Got my homies by my side in this bottomless bag. When our journey ends, I'll name it the origin of swag. Don't be sad when it's time for Albion's end, cause legend has it like your mom, it's coming again.
Opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label. Who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table. Opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label. Who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table.
Turn your books to the Proverbs of Alphabet 5. That's my pillar, light and goodness, Excalibur by my side. You need a lawful man. If dragons run amok, unlike my fellows, I won't leave you out of luck. Excuse me, milady, we require an in. We have weapons to shine, armor for repair, and wait, are the skeletons that I see in that den. Turn on dead, divine radiance, Arthur Servid, Lancelot, Merlin, it's a trap we've stepped in. Handle these rogues, though my smile can be quite disarming. If there's damsels here, well, I'll ferry them out. Be back in a jiff to face the evil and trounce it about. A paladin of glory with gold, armor, sword, and shield at the ready. Swords legend has been forewarned. Enemies will bow when I step from the crowd. Holiness and goodness, I'm at no doubt. Cause we're the knights.
Opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label. Who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table. Opposite of Rachel, having hero on the label. Who will and enable while we living out these fables. Leave a steed in the stable, leave a blade in your navel. We're the knights of the D&D table.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Knights of the Coffee Table. This is Excel, and I'm here, as always, with Sin Rise, Stone Monkey, and Vash the Token Dargan. What's up, everybody?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today on this fine Tuesday?
Dude, motherfucker monkey's getting a raise, bro.
Yay,
fucking a raise.
Hell yeah.
What's funny is I got you and Vash mixed up. Vash was all scared he was going to get fired, and you just got a raise. So I was like, see, I told you had nothing to worry about, Monkey. You ended up getting a raise.
Oh yeah, what happened?
And then I was like, Vash,
Vash?
did you get fired, Vash?
I have a foreman that just pretty much just goes like, you need to go faster. I'm like, I weigh 190 pounds. That thing weighs 80 pounds. Well, you need to pick up the pace. It's like, what the fuck?
So did it turn out to just be negative motivational bullshit, or did he actually get written up, or what?
I
Did
don't know.
anything happen yet?
Well, it's all coming to, like, he's going to make up his mind on Wednesday.
No, fuck.
So tomorrow I'll find out.
Well, fingers crossed.
That's interesting because he's stuck in this position where maybe he really is just egotistical enough to think that you can hire somebody in to do a job at entry level pay. Because I know you're not making a fortune over there. Like you're making you're making money, but you're not making a fortune.
Well, I told him what I thought it most likely is, and I've seen this many times. I work for a lot of people. It's just negative motivational. Like a lot of owners or bosses, whatever, they really feel like if they just yell at people enough, they'll get better.
See, that's the difference.
Well, it does work for some people.
I came to find out.
Are like the nicest motherfuckers ever, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I came to find out that that the people that were there, like, I was asking around. I was like, why is it that we're so short-handed? And there were people that, like, they told me basically that these the people that used to be there aren't anymore, because the foreman pretty much had, like,
And
a lot of them.
everybody to Mecha Vash.
Sucks. Right when he gets going,
It's Vash's robot twin. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people quit because the dude was a dick. If he's really that big of a dick. Real quick,
Hey, so what's this shit you got on the screen?
Yeah. Oh no, it's just stock footage of people playing Quake.
Oh, I thought it cut to some event.
Nope. But I want to real quick, the real stars of the show, the chat. What's up to everybody? We got Cosmic Dork Den. What's up, Luna? How you doing? Sharp Wolf, good to see you as always. Mr. Misanthropic talking about those tunes being fire. All these are things that I have permission to play from my buddy Ishida. I typed it up. You can look him up on SoundCloud. Definitely check him up and let him know that Excel sent him. Sharp Wolf's asking, why do we stream so late? It's 10 o'clock, and I'm wondering where the hell you live.
Yeah, me too now, because it's only 6 o'clock here.
Yeah, well, even on it's only 9 o'clock in Eastern time, so I guess you're just hanging out in the Atlantic Ocean somewhere.
Well, I mean, it's 8 o'clock here.
I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at me, because I'm on a boat.
It's 9 Eastern, so if you keep going east another hour, you're in the middle of the ocean, right? I don't know.
I'm on a yacht. Driving down the sea on my yacht.
Yeah, maybe we have a member of the Coast Guard or something with us.
Are you on a cruise?
That'd be tight, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we got a Ryan himself out there. He just showed up. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, that's my co-host.
But yeah, I think this is the same video I had playing last show. I didn't go find anything new because I couldn't think of anything new to find. I'm sticking with it. People in the chat, you've been watching the show, Mr. Misanthropic. Do you like having the visual of an actual game being played while we're talking? I think people do.
I like it.
Increases the quality, gives people some visual stimulation.
It's like it's like a Zen meditation almost.
I love stimulation.
Oh, dude, Mr. Misanthropic's here.
Hell yeah, bro.
He's always here, man.
I was watching Sinatra Says earlier on his live stream.
Turkey Tuesday?
He was making me Misanthropic was making me laugh pretty hard with the donations that he was sending.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I just want to let everybody know I tried to fright Krieg Dave Rubin yet again the day he didn't even read his super chats.
Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna get pewds, bro.
That shouldn't be too hard. You probably read pretty much anything.
Dude, I'm gonna get him on D-Live, bro. Trust me, I've got this. I was trying to get Mr. Beast for so fucking long, but I can never get nothing.
Mr. Beast would be a good one too. I wish Mr. Beast would randomly drop by our channel and donate $100,000.
We need.
Oh, hell yeah!
You know about that, right? So Mr. Beast, he went around to a whole bunch of Twitch streams that had 0 people watching, dropped in and donated $100,000.
Holy shit! Who did that?
Dude,
Mr. Beast?
Dude, Mr. Beast is a beast, bro.
Oh,
I've been watching him since he was at like 1,000, not 1,000, 1 million subs. I was like, this dude's pretty fucking hilarious.
That's like faith in humanity restoring type shit, man. Well, I mean,
well, so the guy got mega rich off of YouTube, so that's what he does.
He just donates.
He's the dude you might have seen the
gives away.
He got on the game-winning field goal for the Super Bowl. He and his friends were standing up, and they said "sub to Pewds," and it was in the middle of the picture that got tweeted out by ESPN, and you could read it in plain sight.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not surprised I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, if you go to his channel, it's a lot of nonsense. It's kind of fun, but it's really just the Bam Margera show played all over again.
Yep.
So what they do is they're super rich, and because of YouTube, so they make more money than their parents do, and then they go destroy their parents' property or do all sorts of messed up stuff to each other's yards. And then nobody cares because the next day he goes and buys them a new truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the type of dude you want to run into. That's for sure. It's like, hot damn.
Yeah, I mean, he's really nice too.
And Draconath Firesoul says he listens to the stream while he plays games. As you should. That's what I do almost every time I'm in a stream. In fact, I've been in Apex games where my teammates were like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "I had to type something in the stream I'm watching." Chill out.
I love doing that shit, man.
I've been watching Draconath streams too. He's pretty fucking awesome.
So for you,
I like to play games and listen to the stream too. Sometimes I forget I'm actually on it.
For you whale gang people out
there, this is a good stream. Oh,
I'm on this stream.
Shit.
Yeah, for you whale gang people out there, Ryan's talking about coming up with a stash of new Fright Creek videos. Ghastly has officially challenged me to make another video and do it better quality this time. Apparently, he did not like my sound balancing the last time. Well, you know what? I did that a year ago, and it was like my first big After Effects project. And
dude, I already got two of them.
It was pretty big, but I need to come up with a theme for this one. The last one was easy because in the show we were left with this cliffhanger of him fighting against Richard Spector. We don't really have anything like that to feed off of right now. So maybe we can do something like with the whale lore that we're about to see.
Well, I mean, I could always ask Pink Salmon to do some voice, like some music stuff for us.
Oh, she's already offered help with this channel if we can figure out some lyrics or something.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, yeah, I could. Me and Pinks are good friends, so I mean that's pretty easy.
Yeah, she is too awesome.
Pinky, you want to help Monkey out?
Real quick, I don't think there's anybody listening that doesn't know what Gulf City is, but if we do have one or two people that are not Gulf City fans, you need to go subscribe to Gulf City Cartoons on YouTube right now. I promise you're gonna binge watch every episode and you won't regret it.
Yeah, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
I thought that Vash got Rikisha.
Fuck, everybody's getting him.
I got Rakita Law, and I got that Umbrella guy.
Yeah,
I love
Mr. Misanthropic. I got Razor Fist on the first version, which I suppose I could reuse the clip, but it wasn't as cool because he didn't read it. He always has that dude that's in his gaming streams with him read his super chats for him.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be getting some more of them.
So does it matter who I get? Because I can pretty sure I can get Jeremy to read it, no problem. We can get the quartering, no issue. That's a gimme.
We already got him.
Yeah.
A lot of the big names are tagged. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't do it again. We actually we got the quartering like 10 times.
Oh.
Well, he's easy because he reads them all.
Did someone get Soph yet?
That would be a good one. I just found out who Soph was the other day. Yesterday.
Maybe I'll try to work on that.
Anyway,
I got both Sargon and Ryan helped me get Onision.
Has anybody
those are some pretty big fucking whales, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm getting PewDiePie, you fuckers. Don't even worry about it.
Anybody gotten Medicure?
I will go with the biggest and baddest of them on the motherfucking all, and I will do it.
We got Medicure. Like I said, we got V, like all the big ones that everybody knows about in these circles are checked off the list.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why somebody said the Holy Grail was going to be Christina Hoff Summer. Oh, no, it was Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, and Jordan Peterson. But Jordan Peterson doesn't do live streams anymore.
Ben Shapiro does either.
Fuck it.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro does occasionally.
But does he read from the chat or from his...
I think it's only for people that are subbed to his mug club thing, which is what I tried to do with Dave Rubin, which pissed me off. So I paid him 2 months at the $25 level in Patreon to be part of his Patreon only stream, and then the one time it came up, it was his last Patreon stream or his last fan stream, and he opened it up to everybody. Got really drunk, and by the time I got on there, he already had a list of like 1,000 super chats to read, and he never got to mine.
Gavin McGinnis would be a good get.
I'll try and get Vic Mignogna to
Summers, Milo, Peterson. I don't know. Milo would probably be easy to get right now, considering he's shriveled up into irrelevancy.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think he's hiding out on purpose because he sounds like he's taming himself down. I think he wants to rebrand himself.
I'll try and get the voice of Broly to handle the whale. That won't be too hard.
That would be really cool. Hey Vic, I've been supporting you for a while. I just need you to record one thing for me. All hail Krill,
Like,
all hail Blue Whale, and Krill be unto you all. In Broly's voice.
You get Sam Hyde.
in Broly's voice.
Yep,
Wait, would we want Broly or would we want Edward Elric?
Broly. Dragon Ball Z is more popular than Full Metal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you know that's indisputable. Full Metal Alchemist wasn't playing on Toonami when we were children.
Nope.
It's gay that you know that.
That is true.
It's
Yeah,
gay,
it's the
it's
easiest
gay that I would
access.
know that. I mean, I guess you know what.
Not really. Everybody of our age group knows that.
No. You forget. Sinrise is the
He's
old.
too old.
Sinrise is the old man of the group. He was done with coming home from
You guys are all Dragon Ball
school in
Z,
6th
fucking-
grade and watching Dragon Ball Z.
Some other
I mean,
anime.
I
I'm like,
would- I would
I have
try
nothing
and
to
get
add. Damn, that's all I
would
have
try and
now is
get
to
the
insult
voice
you
of
guys.
Goku, but he's kind of a bitch.
Mr. Misanthropic, by the way, if anybody's saying that Milo's broke is probably lying. I'm almost positive that he has old money in his family.
Actually, because of the hurricane that took out his house, that kind of cleaned him out.
No. I bet you.
Yeah, if he has old money, a house isn't going to set him back.
Well, I bet that he can't.
That was a pretty fucking expensive house, dude.
The thing,
Yeah,
the thing with old money is a lot of the times you can't just go willy nilly and spend money on stupid shit like Milo is accustomed to.
Yeah, but he'll always have a place to live, and food, and a car, and fucking
enough
whatever,
money
never
to
have to
fly
work.
to wherever.
So, yeah.
Like I'm not.
He'll be all right.
He'll be okay. Anyway, I'm gonna
But
make
I will
a
say that
hard
did
pivot
hurt.
here. I'm gonna make a hard pivot here to what's going on with Witches of the Coast.
Oh, what are they?
My favorite card
Oh yeah, I
game
heard about
creator.
this 10 minutes
Oh,
ago.
good old Watsy, man. They just keep on getting more and more.
No.
Okay.
So for the sake of this argument, Sinrise, I don't think you're gonna care that it's a gay card game.
No, I know.
So they have this scene called the Magic Pro League. So the top 32 players are given a streaming contract to compete weekly in Magic Arena matches.
Oh, and they get paid fucking bank too, 6 figures.
Yeah, well, so it's $10 million. It's depends, but it's $10 million is up for grabs.
Wow.
What they decided to do instead of picking the actual top 32 players,
10 million?
Yeah, bro.
God damn, there must be a lot of fucking people playing that game if they got $10 million.
yeah, it's pretty huge.
Bro. It's like the OG card game.
There's a reason I started collecting again, and I don't even really play because I'm just like, you know what? I don't think this is ever gonna die.
No, dude, I thought it died fucking back in 03, man, and that was like the worst time to think Magic died because that was when Magic slowed down, but got like sweet as fuck with the prices nowadays.
I don't want to talk about how much I sold cards for back in 2003 because I'll cry.
Me too. Oh, yeah, I already know. Me too. It's some of the cards I got rid of.
Anyway, so what they did is they decided to just skip the line through this top 32 player stuff. We don't have any women, so we got to go get a woman. And then, I think. All right, yeah. So there's Estefan. Yeah, Jessica Estefan. And
You mean
you should pull. You have the picture of the list.
I
the
got
brackets.
Yeah, I got
Gloria Estefan.
Yeah, or it's Anyway, doesn't matter who they are. They went and got a woman, and then they got somebody that is a Hearthstone player.
What the fuck?
And then just gave them the invitation over the other pro players.
Yeah,
But
Why would you
okay.
get somebody for her? Like that is entirely different.
Well,
Then,
but Excel, what you're forgetting about is when you say
wait. So that's
woman. You mean a woman, right?
Yeah, this was actually a woman. They already have a non-binary person that they invited.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they've oh Jesus Christ,
Well,
dude, they've
hold
updated more since then.
Yeah, hold on. And I'm not here to shit on these people. They're probably very competent. They're probably very competent players, but they're skipping the line based on the rules that were established.
I'll show them for taking it.
So
I won't just be given
people
that
just because I'm a woman.
No, that's bullshit. That's not fair. That's not equal. I should have to earn it like everybody else. A person with integrity would do that, but they just took it. Yeah. They just took the fucking job anyway. So they
literally kicked out 2 more people that earned their spots in there to virtue signal. Oh, it's because that's like that's like 4 people now that have gotten booted who earned their spots there so Wizards can fucking go, hey, look at us. We're diverse.
Well, and why?
It's not about diversity. It's about who fucking wins. Who is the best?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Vash, what planet do you live on? This is Clown World, dude.
Somebody made an argument for cycling different players out of the Mythic Pro League that I think is somewhat legitimate, and it's based on the actual region. If you live in New York City, you actually have access to way more events to go climb your rank up.
Yeah.
And then people that live in...
That's true with just about anything.
Well, yeah. So I could understand if you wanted to do a regional breakdown and be like, okay, so the top players from each region, we're going to give them a chance to come in. And then if they suck, we're going to rotate things out. I would get that. I would understand that. But, and that's what some of the apologists for Wizards making this decision have said about how, well, some people just have more access to go to tournaments, so they climb higher faster because they can play in more events, which is fair.
And people who are super, super serious about it and want that for themselves, they go to those cities and compete.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just sit in their small town and whine. You know what I mean? People who want shit, who want to achieve something, they go out and do it wherever it is.
Okay,
wherever they gotta go.
So here's the kicker, and really debunks that, because this is Wizards' official statement. We're doing this very purposefully. It's because we know that there's an issue with barriers for women and other marginalized groups in esports overall and in Magic competitive gaming.
Oh, fuck off. If that's the case, then I want Koreans not to be in the fucking International League of Legends Championship.
Oh yeah, no, it's the same with Magic, right? So it's funny enough, they're referring in the case of Magic the Gathering, they're referring to anybody that's not a white or Asian male, because that's what the competitive scene has been dominated with since the beginning of time. That's what every gaming scene has been dominated with since gaming was ever a thing, even before money was involved. That's who did it. And I mean, I think there's for especially in Asia, there's cultural reasons, right? In Korea specifically, StarCraft 2 is their official sport.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The other thing is there is no barrier for women in Magic.
No, there's not.
Not a single one.
No,
there never has been. It's by choice of interest.
Yeah, other than DNA, luck of the draw, that kind of thing. I mean, that's just a barrier just because it is what it is. It's like gravity's a barrier for people who want to fly. Sorry. It's just reality. Statistically speaking, it's completely representational. It's not 50-50, because here's what the mistake they look. They look at the population, which is roughly 50-50 men and women, and then they look at gaming, and it's way skewed towards men, and they go, clearly it's misogynistic, clearly it's unfair, clearly they just hate women. Otherwise, it would be 50-50, right? No, because you got to look at gaming. You got to look at the actual demographics, not just the population distribution.
Yeah, well, and at the
they're not even related.
At the upper echelons, it's even worse. I mean, you've never had...
Of course. Like everything is.
Yeah, you've never had the best in the world be a woman at any video game. Well, that's played competitively, widespread.
It's not that it's not possible. It's just
I remember when League of Legends tried this horse shit by having an all-female an all-female team.
Yeah, they were very good. They would whoop the shit out of us, probably, right? Well,
no, they were like gold like Gold 3 rank was around the ranking system that they were fucking playing together with.
Well,
the same ranking system as everyone else.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
They were like around my level, and I don't hold a candle to the international gamers like in league, because
if you're gonna see larger numbers of representational as far as men and women in anything, it's gonna be video games that don't require the playing field is a lot more level than it is in so many other areas. It don't require a physical component, really.
Well, and so what's interesting about that though is that if you look about the same reasons why we have women in male sports, a lot of those apply to esports game. Like men have better reaction time, they have better fast twitch reaction. Period.
Yeah, it's still going to be skewed.
Yeah,
but maybe not as much as other things.
Then you also have the whole concept that's just true, right? Like on average, women are more into people, men are more into things. So men that are into things are more likely to get into stuff like video games because it's a thing.
Right.
I was actually reading an article the other day that it was showing that women, and I think Quartering also covered it, like girls that would play games heavily would not be as social, whereas guys would be a lot more social whenever they played video games. Like women would want to play like a solo game, whereas guys want to pass around the sticks and hang out together and shit.
Well, men are also like significantly more attractive to any game that requires competition. Right?
Fuck yeah!
Like, I mean, this is something I think a lot of women can attest to. This, I've known women that say no, like it's not enjoyable for me to go into a game I haven't played and suck. But for men, they go into a game they haven't played, they suck, and they're just like, fuck this, and they want to get better. Like, there's a competitive drive that I think is directly linked to male biology.
Well, fuck yeah, look at me with Overwatch and fucking Apex and shit. I mean...
Yeah, there are women who seem to have a tendency to think more male or be...
Yeah, you know what? If Ronda Rousey picked up video games with her like competitive level, Ronda Rousey would probably kick some ass, right? I know,
yeah.
Like just the way she talks, and you listen to her, and she's got that competitive, she's got that killer instinct. Or
she's good at acting like it.
Yeah, or she's good at acting like that.
There are some of the most talented actors are women for sure. I mean, in the world, all throughout history.
Yeah. I mean, how else are they gonna? How else would have they survived when they had? Never mind.
Not to discount anything Ronda Rousey has done.
I'm not going to get into that conversation.
Bum.
But I mean, it goes back to that bell curve discussion that we've had before too. Is small differences at the peaks of a bell curve, which almost every trait falls into a bell curve. We know this. This is scientific fact. Makes for extreme differences at the upper echelons, right? Like the top 2% of men, if the bell curve is skewed a little bit, like you have all of a sudden you're at like 0.01% of women can reach there.
Right. But that's just math. It's just numbers. I mean it's the way it's so. I mean that pattern is seen in just about anything you can. Give any kind of object.
You know what? I'm pretty sure there's a happy medium where we can tell people, look, there's biological extremes, right? So like certain people are going to be more apt to do certain things. But at the same time, we can say if you're a woman and you feel like you can do this and you want to take it on, there's nothing stopping you.
Right.
Right? Like it's just because on average
stop you.
Yeah, there's nothing
specifically designed to accommodate you like everybody else, because that's fair.
Yeah.
And you either can do it or you can't. That's it. I mean, it's really that simple. You can either do it or you can't. And
if you can't, that's okay. If you can't,
if you're not used to taking responsibility for yourself, I can understand why that sounds horrible to you.
Yeah. So I mean, the other thing that scares me about that is like the next step is they're gonna let like I don't know, they're gonna push a black guy to the top of the ladder, right? Just for no specific reason other than they're black. There's been black pro players before. Dave Williams of them, that was one of the greatest. He's a legend. In every sport, there has been, but they're underrepresented.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's more. I mean, that's definitely a cultural thing.
Why are black men overrepresented in basketball? Is it because they hate white people? It's because of the. It's just. Is it institutionally racist against white people? No. No one would ever say that because it's ridiculous.
Well, yeah. So exactly. So if we were going to take this line of reasoning, then we should apply it to all competitive sports. And
I don't think you could qualify as a line of reasoning. It's a line of reading.
Okay, like it's internally consistent within the worldview that anytime you see disparity, it means discrimination. So if you make that very faulty assumption, then we have to look at basketball. You're right, and this is one of the things like we're like, this is just a conservative talking point. I was like, no, it's just the best example about how disparity is a thing, and it doesn't always point in the direction of white people.
Well, it doesn't always point in the discrimination of unfairness or in the direction of discrimination or unfairness or anything like that. It's just the way the world is. It's literally just physics, and you can't get around it. No, well, at least not yet.
Well, and just
that's
to show,
what's crazy.
So,
yeah, I mean, there's a couple of black people I know that kick fucking ass at fighting games like Tekken.
Oh no, black people are overrepresented in fighting games.
Really?
Like, yeah, they're huge. It's you watch a turn, it's Asians and black guys.
The real question is, why does anyone give a fuck? Like, if that's equality, when no one cares anymore and people just do shit they want to do, and we don't make a fucking issue out of it. Like, that's
internally in those communities, like cliques form, but it's never based, right? If you're a game, this is one of the things like tribalism. To somebody that's been a gamer for my life, my tribe has always been the people I play games with. Right, I have more in common with a black gamer than I do any white fucking social justice teacher. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
like, to me, it doesn't matter if you're fucking black, white, purple. Can you fucking throw hands in this fucking game? If the answer is yes, then yeah, you're my bro.
It's not even a question.
That's always has it's been almost to a fault. Like I think we talked about it before, but there's a lot of snobbery in gaming communities and forming cliques. But the only thing that causes that is like, if you're good, they will accept you. If you're new, learning, or bad, they will disown you. They will stay away from you.
They'll
make fun of you. They will give you shit.
It's always a rite of passage. Anything like that, any kind of insular type of community, there's almost always a rite of passage to enter. You've got to go through a hazing period, and sometimes it's very rarely written down or even said. It's just the way people are.
Yeah,
the new person of the group takes all this shit, and if they can put up with it long enough, eventually people are like, this guy's cool.
I would actually
both sides of it.
I would actually go as far as to say that's a very male socialization thing. So in something dominated heavily by males, I could see how that could be a put off for females from getting into competitive Magic.
Well,
but
of course.
Do you really want to change it? And the fact of the matter is
right.
Guys,
do you see boys trying to get into the Girl Scouts, trying to get into fucking female spaces because they want to be included? No, sure, I guess maybe, but like. Not in numbers, it's not reported on, it's not a thing.
Yeah, so that's actually counterbalanced by the fact that men would actually are more likely to just go easier and be nicer to girls in games, and all of my experience, because all of a sudden you have somebody in the room that's of the opposite sex, and this weird thing happens. Even if she's ugly, she becomes more attractive. Like, the worse the ratio is, the more attractive each female becomes to men. And I think that is a biological thing. I think that we are trained to realize if our sexual options are limited, to take what's available, else we don't procreate.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to school in Rolla, Missouri. Rolla Hot's like a 6 anywhere else. It was like 7 guys to 1 girl ratio, and the kind of girls that want to be engineers, I'm just saying, they're not the cheerleaders you went to high school with.
Yeah, they're way cooler.
Yeah, they're cooler, but they're also uglier.
I know.
I don't know. I've seen girls that look all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I get it. It's not even a thing. I'm fucking 35 now, man. I don't really give a shit what a bitch looks like. But, you know, you got to go back to younger, because that's another thing. These games are also dominated by younger males. Now, Magic is kind of an exception because it doesn't require reaction time. It requires a lot of strategy, but it doesn't require reaction time, so it doesn't dissipate. So actually, a lot of people, like my friend Scott's a good example. He played the most and was, you know, he was really, really good whenever we were teenagers and up to our early 20s. Now that he's older, though, I think he's better, and I think a lot of it just because it comes down to you have more. It's a combination of wisdom and calmness. Like, the pressure doesn't get to you like it does when you're a kid and you get super anxious.
Yeah, you
like you gotta.
When makes it hard to, you know, your hands start shaking and.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that goes away. I think that goes away as you get older, and I think some of it is. You're playing the game,
a few near-death experiences, a couple real bad scares. Yeah, it's harder to get your heart rate.
And in his example, like, no matter what happens, they have a kid to go home to.
Yeah.
Luna's suffering from gaming withdrawal.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna help her out with that.
Who's suffering?
Hey, I've been wanting to. I've been having that too. Like, I've been wanting to play League so much. I've been listening to the music and shit.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I never cared. Like, probably the person I played video games the most with in my life is my sister. Like, we would sit for hours and hours and play Super Mario Brothers. We would play it so much we would have to stop and like figure out who was player 1 and player 2, right? Because we forget. We're like, wait. Are you Luigi? No, I'm Luigi. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're player 2. We just totally zoned out. And it's like, that it didn't come up, right? It's just my sister. We play video games. I mean, and yeah, no community I've ever been a part of in terms of gaming has ever like had an issue really that was sort of the result of any sort of systemic misogyny or anything like that, you know. Until we start making a big deal about it, and then all right.
They're talking about like Gamergate, like you got a whole bunch of these like misogynist males. It was like, you know what? Like a lot of these dudes you're making fun of are probably like 15-year-old teenagers that are awkward and feel secluded, and you just beating down on them and calling them misogynist and names is not going to help change their attitude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of them spite women, but if a woman comes up and is like has the same interests as them, right? If you were one of the kids that played Magic the Gathering at the lunch table at school, and some girls came up to you and said, "I want to play," you would immediately be like, "Okay, what deck do you play?"
Yeah,
I have a fire deck. By the way, I'm making fun of that because I never played Magic at school. Nobody even knew I played Magic until I was in the newspaper.
Oh, shit. See, I was that nerd that did play in school. Yeah, bro.
There was times where, like, people would look around and it's like, do you play? And then it's like, I just kind of looked at them. I'm like, yeah. Dude, what deck do you play? You gotta bring your deck, man.
Dude, that's why, like, I went to a couple Magic tournaments, and both times everybody talking to me just wanted to talk to me about Magic after we were done playing. Like, I'd talk a little bit, but then they would get into more stuff and talk about how clever some plays were and things like that. And I'm just It's like, oh my god, like I don't mind playing. I think it's fun, but I'm not as nerdy as I used to be. I can't get into this. Like, great play, great decision. Sounded like you made a good choice there. So what do you think about the Royals this year? They're like, what? Sports ball. Oh my god, we got something on the dinglings.
What?
Dinglings. Oh, I think it's a new subscriber.
Oh, nice.
Draconath has subscribed. The fellow dragon.
Hell yeah, man. Welcome. Welcome to Nights at the Coffee Table, where we get drunk and rant about bullshit.
My brother from another egg.
Is that one of your people, Dash?
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Played some League with him like a while back.
You know what? I wouldn't mind playing League of Legends again. I just know that it would take forever to get Stone Monkey and Rise up to speed.
I would mind.
I could whip him into shape. You could go up against me
I haven't played fucking League of Legends, so you played with me a couple times when I hadn't played.
You were all right.
No. Here's what happens. I play like somebody that knows what they're doing, but mechanically forgot how to do it all. I jump in with Ezreal to hit some skill shots for the kill, and I fire my ult backwards. Like that's the kind of play we were talking about.
I know that this is a little bit off topic, but I do want to rant about this a little bit, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So, you guys know Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, Carol Danvers is the worst character in the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yes. Well, she's wanting to be Samus now.
No!
Nope.
Well, I mean, that really depends more on the writing and stuff than the.
I don't give a shit what the writing is. Whenever you need to double Brie Larson's a good actor.
Ass, I think that Captain Marvel was just written poorly.
No,
lazily.
Wait, hold up. I got it all figured out. This is how you make Brie Larson work as Samus. What you do is you make the movie so you have all these observers, but then Samus shows up and starts like murdering everything. And that happens until the very end of the movie. And then she takes off her mask and speaks her first line.
Now that would be the right way to do it. You've spoken the truth.
Well, I mean, it used to be Samus.
That would be the right fucking way. Do the whole movie with her in her helmet. I don't know. I can't imagine they would do that.
Not even talking.
But
yeah, make her silent like in Metroid.
Wait, what I miss out on here?
Maybe they could make her voice sound androgynous, so you couldn't really tell.
Stone Monkey.
But they're not going to do that. I mean, that would be almost impossible to film if you think about it.
Stone Monkey.
Oh, we're talking about the Brie Larson.
No. Brie Larson wants to be Samus in the Metroid.
I think she could do it as long as she's not involved in the writing or the production of it. If she's just a hired fucking actor. And it's
I don't want her fucking touching it.
No, I had to.
Back
Ronda Rousey. Back
whenever Anita Sarkeesian was sitting there going like, there isn't any strong female roles. I'm like, bitch, Samus fucking Aran.
One of the first ones.
Yeah.
And you know what I remember thinking when I first saw that, when I finally beat that game? Oh, cool. It wasn't like, oh, it's a woman. Ugh.
No, to me, it was like, it's a chick.
Holy shit.
Fuck yeah. That's badass fucking bitch.
I went about my day.
Yeah. And then whenever you played Metroid Prime, it's like, you know that she's a chick, but at the same time, you're like, this is a boss ass bitch.
It's just that was just who it was. It worked. There was nothing ever wrong with Samus being a woman. No one ever complained. In fact, most people just thought it was kind of a neat twist, and it just works.
Yeah. I thought that
character. It's a well-created character, and that's what matters the most.
Well-created until they gave her a voice and decided to have her have daddy issues.
Well, everyone wants to forget about that, and I'm lucky enough to have not played that one.
There's nothing wrong with a woman that has daddy issues.
The truth about Captain Marvel is a poorly.
Oh no! But whenever you have
The movie was a poorly written, poorly fucking shot, just a poorly done movie all around. It had a big budget, but it was just not well done. It was rushed.
Well, I mean, part of that was because fucking Brie wanted to do her own fucking stunts,
and
which
she
requires double.
Brie Larson got a big fucking head about it and thinks she's a big deal, and then she of course gets in the news, and now she is a big deal. So. Yeah, if she like has some fucking hand in any sort of the production of,
if you have to have a stuntman for your ass, then you're not a big deal.
Well, here's the thing: I don't care about that. I just don't want the Metroid being turned into some feminist fucking empowerment bullshit. Like, because it was never about that, and so it shouldn't.
No, she was naturally fucking empowering to women by being Samus.
Yeah,
that's exactly what she was.
So
by saving the fucking galaxy.
The only thing that would satisfy people to have a proper Metroid movie would be for not only Brie Larson to play Samus, but they're gonna want it produced by Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh,
fuck yeah, man!
I riot. I don't know. I might not be able to. I might not be able to handle. I might not be able to live in that world.
I will personally fund as much as I will get that Umbrella guy, me, Rakita Law, and whoever else I can fucking get, and I will have a fucking brigade strike against.
I don't know, man. I might not be long for this world, you guys. There's a bunch of stuff coming up. No, there's a few things coming up, dude. There's Robotech live actions coming out. One of my most favorite things ever. Right? Ever since I was a little kid, Robotech, I fucking love it more than anything. They're doing that. They're doing Hyperion, which is another one of my most favorite stories of all time. And if they, and of course, we're going to get Zelda, we're going to get Metroid at some point. So like, dude, my childhood's, it's coming back around and going to be on the silver screen. And I can't imagine them not fucking them all up horribly. So.
When was the last time we got a real news story for things like that? It's been a while.
A news story? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Hollywood's thing is just to recycle old shit.
Well, I mean, there's certainly a lot of that. I mean, there's still good original stuff coming out, but
dude, check the slabs, bro.
Are what they are. They know that there's a demographic. They know there's a built-in audience for these things. They know that if they just put the name on it and then completely change everything about it, they'll still make money. So,
yeah,
something went off on the dinglings.
That's no woke bullshit right there. That's pure fucking math and marketing.
Oh, Mr. Misanthropic.
Psychology.
Mr. Misanthropic comes through for $2. Did y'all see that hot as fuck take that if Sarah Connor and Ripley were created today, that people would hate her as much as Captain Marvel and Rey?
Probably.
It was woke. I don't think so, because it wasn't forced. It was just a thing.
Yeah, whenever I watched Endgame, like some of the stuff was kind of forced, and whenever it was forced, I didn't like it. Right. But there was some of it that was
Ellen Ripley? Dude, go back to Alien really quick. Ellen Ripley, her being a woman was part of the story. It was always integral to the story, but not that she's a strong, independent female. That she just was evident. Like she was who she was, and her character was evident. It wasn't representational of all women. It was just Ellen Ripley, and she was badass, and that's all it was. It wasn't.
She was an average.
It wasn't anything like that. It was just a good fucking character.
Yeah, they didn't have to make. They didn't have to make a special scene.
So if they created it today, it'd be full of fucking forced bullshit about politics and other nonsense, and just
or make them into very goddamn Sue.
Yeah, this story would suffer. And it's not even like they can't write political statements and stuff into things. It's in everything, right? But if it's done well, it's okay. Like a little bit of female empowerment here or there, and fine. Especially if it works, if it's part of the story, if it matters, right? If it's believable, like it's not a problem.
See, I'm just waiting for the live action Sailor Moon to happen. Because you know what? Sailor Moon is like the ultimate in female empowerment, and I demand that movie to be made. God damn it.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I know they're making Evangelion. So
including up to and including the lesbians, because
like I was
goddamn it,
saying,
if they're gonna make that, we need the goddamn lesbians.
Like I was saying about,
we must have the lesbians.
Don't worry, you're gonna be seeing a lot more lesbians in
the end game. Like I didn't like Captain Marvel. I didn't like the whole.
I liked her in Endgame more than I did in her own movie.
What I liked was whenever fucking I saw Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit.
No,
I thought that was fucking kick ass. I was like, fuck yeah!
Like, I thought that was pretty cool too.
And there was history behind that, right? Because she'd already done it in Iron Man 3, like
only because she had to save Tony.
No, she used the glove. That was it.
No, she wore a suit for a minute in one of them. Remember?
No, she used the glove to kill the Mandarin.
She did, but at one point, like Iron Man put the suit on her to protect her or something like that. But
yeah,
okay. So
I thought Endgame was a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, I did.
Even Captain Marvel in it, it worked. It was fine. Like. If she had never had any other appearance
of Wonder Woman,
no movie Captain Marvel, it still would have been fine. It was, you know what I mean? They could have just had the character appear in the Endgame and be in it, and that would have been awesome. Everyone would have been like, "Cool, Captain Marvel, hey, cool, neat."
Hey,
were
we reading about Wonder Woman?
No, because it was a good movie.
No, what I was saying was she was basically, it pulled a Wonder Woman, like the way that whenever DC happened, it was just like, hey, I'm Wonder Woman. All right, later. Like, that's pretty much all they did for Captain Marvel.
Wonder Woman was a
hey, I'm here. All right, bye.
DC makes the most bizarre choices, man.
Yeah, well, DC has terrible movies. I think Wonder Woman is one of the better ones.
They're not doing their characters right.
I'm talking about Justice League. Like, she was there for like 2 minutes and then just leaves.
Yeah, she just appears. And the Flash and Cyborg they're just there, like, hey, we're but okay, cool, but shouldn't you? Why are they doing it backwards? It's so weird.
Yeah, and what I'm getting at though is Wonder Woman was a good movie, and Gal Gadot did a great job.
Yeah,
because
it was a well-written movie. It wasn't a political statement or a movie written around a political statement. It was just a movie.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the only controversy around Wonder Woman the movie was about that all-female screening.
Oh, yeah, which had nothing to do with the movie itself.
It had nothing to do with the movie itself. They were never like, oh my god, you're throwing this character out there just to appease women. That was part of it.
Welcome.
Yeah, that was part of it. I talked about it before, and we said Brie Larson, she was less of a problem than the idea of Captain Marvel has just been shoved down Marvel fans' throats forever, and it has never... She's never been a well-received hero, ever. Like I said, they had to make an entire story arc where they kind of made fun of the fact that she was never well-received by creating an alternate reality that made her the most popular hero in the universe.
Sounds like they just...
So as far as I remembered, I always thought Captain Marvel was a dude, and his daughter was Miss Marvel.
Yeah, but then they went and changed it, and that's been around for a while. Like Carol Danvers has been Captain Marvel since Chris.
Okay, so it's no longer Miss Marvel.
Since Shazam's been around, they had to debut Shazam because Captain Marvel was owned by DC, and then it turned out that it was owned by a different company. So then they had to switch it up to be Shazam.
My biggest problem with Captain Marvel is her origin, her powers. It was such a hand wavy thing for such a powerful fucking person. It's like, no, first of all, Scarlet Witch is more powerful by a lot than Captain Marvel. She, like, in Endgame, she had Thanos. Yeah. Like, she was going to rip him apart, and that would have been it. But, what happened. But she has the power to destroy an Infinity Stone on her own, which she did. How is that more powerful? How is Captain Marvel more powerful than
she was having an emotional breakdown and holding off Thanos?
And it was well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, what
all us
I always say
misogynist
this rhetoric
Kanye
about Captain
fans,
Marvel being the most powerful Avenger. Clearly,
we were so mad about Scarlet Witch, and we were so mad about them putting in Black Widow. Oh wait, no, that never happened.
I love Black Widow.
Oh, that's right.
Because
those are really, really good characters that we love.
I gotta admit, I was pretty pissed off whenever Black Widow died.
Yeah, I wasn't pissed off. I was sad. It had to be done.
I was kind of pissed, but it was like a sad kind of pissed off.
Her choice.
Spoiler alert.
She finally got.
You know what's funny?
She finally got.
Oh, come on! Most of everyone dies.
And I'm not going to.
What happened?
I'm going to be the only person on Earth to not watch Endgame.
Have you seen the other Marvel movies?
Some.
So you're just not into them?
Not into movies in general.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
It's interesting.
Are you one of those people like a girl comes up to you and she's awkward and doesn't know what to say, so she's like, "Hey, do you like movies?" And you just look at her and like, "No, not really."
Yeah,
not a fan.
pretty much.
That's very unusual.
I watch a lot of TV shows.
Nope.
You don't watch TV either?
Well, I mean, I watch some movies, but I'm just not a movie person, really. I don't really watch TV. I'm on YouTube a lot, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's like somebody saying I don't like music.
I know.
Oh, I love music, dude. I guess that's been pretty much mainly what I do is because I just go put on YouTube and listen to music.
My dad doesn't like music.
What, dude? You gotta have music in your life.
Say that, but he doesn't own a single fucking album or anything. Like, never had any appreciation for it whatsoever.
Not even a pirated song.
No, I don't know why that would matter.
He's probably like 90.
Yeah, he's pushing 90, and yeah, absolutely no appreciation for music at all.
Well, I'm like, how is he gonna?
Ever.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to pirate a song. I'm sorry.
No, probably not. He has a degree in
it's like an old-fashioned version of a pirate.
Mr. Misanthropic makes a great point. One of the problems is being burnt out of the Marvel movies. They don't need to come out with a new one every 8 hours.
Well, you know what?
I would hope
you gotta consider like the achievement. Like, yeah, they're not all the greatest movies ever, but if you just look at how hard it is to build any kind of like trilogy, most trilogies are disappointing. Most series kind of, even Game of Thrones, like a lot of people are really pissed off about what's happening on Game of Thrones. I personally fucking love it, but I get it, right? So for them to have put together all these fucking movies that line up pretty well with few exceptions, and to have both Infinity War and Endgame, but I mean, yeah, they maybe have problems. Sure, you could pick them apart, but god damn it, dude, there's not a lot of well put together universes anymore. There's people trying like hell, but only Marvel has done it and done what I would consider fucking 90%.
DC continues to fail. DC continues to fail.
Oh my god, they keep hammering nails.
Well, I mean, okay, DC sucks at making movies. However,
and they have the more valuable properties too. They have Superman and Batman, and they can't fucking get it right. How
they got
crazy is that?
fucking animation down.
I will say I've liked a lot of the DC animated, but
the animated ones are way more entertaining than the
Mr. Misanthropic.
For the most part, I agree with that one.
Before the first Iron Man movie came out, remember the state of comic book movies.
Yeah,
they were
very hit and miss.
Awful.
Not all.
Remember,
Blade is pretty fucking good, and I like the sequels.
Blade series was really good. In fact, if anything deserves a fucking comeback, it's Blade.
I mean, X-Men.
Yeah.
The first
Blade in the
couple
Marvel
were
Cinematic
really good.
Universe. God, Blade, that was a great one because they're like, Black Panther came out, finally a black superhero, and it's like, do you guys remember Blade being the rage?
Yeah.
And in fact, I would actually argue Blade was one of the first comic book movies made that was good.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't even realize it was a comic book. There's a lot of movies that came out that I didn't know were comics. I became aware because of the movie.
Yeah, some of them are more based on graphic novels. I thought Kick-Ass was fantastic. I still love that movie.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious as shit. Okay, see, I like that one. I mean, I like more. Okay.
Oh,
for movies, I guess,
Constantine! Wild Fox brings up Constantine, dude. I love the Hellblazer comics. I love John Constantine. In fact,
the movie was really good.
That was a good movie.
The TV show, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen, except for the guy who played Constantine.
Yeah,
he couldn't carry the show alone. He just couldn't do it.
Yeah, they canceled the show, but that guy was like, I want to keep playing John Constantine because he was more true to the Constantine in the comics. Right? Like in the comics, Constantine was a British dude, ex-punk rocker that kind of got to where he was because...
He was just the only one who could act in the show.
I would like to see...
the acting was just so bad.
I would like to see Jackie from fucking... what's that? The Darkness. Like, that comic book series is fucking awesome. And they did a pretty decent game series, too.
Is Wesley Snipes still hiding from the U.S. government?
No. He did his time. He was... he's been out for maybe a couple years.
He's good to go, man. Mr. Misanthropic, starttthechange.org.
He did Expendables 3, and he did something else, too, recently.
Hell yeah, dude. We need freaking more Blade.
Yeah, just get to them and be like, we need Blade reintroduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe before Wesley Snipes dies. Then we can make a Blade Jr.
There, he can still pull it off, you know? I mean, he's not an old man yet.
Yeah, no, he's pretty fucking old, but it's just like, you know...
did you see
Sylvester? Yeah, Sylvester Stallone is
It's a ridiculous movie, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
I know, it's funny.
Taking it for what it is, Wesley Snipes has not lost it, or at least they make it look like it. I mean, even Sylvester Stallone is still running around looking like a badass.
Hollywood can do a lot, and a lot of these people have been taking human growth hormone forever
I want to see
make them look younger and buffer.
How about a good sequel to Demolition Man?
Demolition
that'd be interesting.
With Snipes and Stallone, and they could do it. It could be done. I know it can be done. The chances of it being done well are like 1 in 1,000, at least.
Do you guys remember the first Hulk movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was that
with Eric Bana.
I remember leaving the theater.
Do you guys remember the Hulk TV show?
Yeah, so that was fun. It sucked,
what's
but
his
with
name?
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was all about that. That's how I fell in love with Hulk. He's one of my favorite superheroes.
Yeah, that was fun for the time, but
yeah, I remember
that one was so bad. It got such harsh reviews that the director even said afterwards, I didn't really understand the character.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right.
The one with Edward Norton was awesome, and I wish Edward Norton never stayed on board.
I liked it better.
What was the one with Abomination?
Tim Roth, yeah.
The one with
that was Norton. Two. That was the one with Norton, and Tim Roth played Abomination. It was so, I don't know if it was true to the character Abomination, but the way they did it in the movie was pretty badass.
No, it was good, and it was all supposed to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Edward Norton was a part of it. But I think it is considered. I don't know what happened, but he just kind of bailed on the whole project.
Both movies are considered canon. I think they both are referenced in Avengers.
Yeah, they are. They're both considered canon. It's just Edward Norton had to be recast because he wouldn't sign a contract to do.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Edward Norton's like that, I think. he's not the long contract. Like he just doesn't do stuff like that for whatever.
Well, yeah, and so Robert Downey Jr., they're talking about how hard it is for them to keep him, which I don't know, maybe he's done. Maybe we get another one before they pass the buck. I could totally see Marvel going in the direction of passing things off to the new generation, like in the current Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean they have to eventually.
It's a little black girl that plays Iron Man, and a lot of people are
fuck that shit.
What I understand, Robert Downey Jr. is really cool and is extremely.
I read the comics and fuck that bitch.
Yeah, no, they marry Suter. They marry Suter.
No, she fucking stole the Iron Man suit, and the only reason why she wanted to give it back was because
but we don't know what they're going to do in the MCU.
Would be mad at her or something like that.
What about Morgan Stark? Is that in the comics? Tony Stark's daughter, or is that something they invented for the MCU?
I think it was supposed to be a son, but I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Pepper being.
Well, they certainly
becoming
foreshadowed
Iron Man.
it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're. Here's the thing.
If you saw Endgame, I mean, Jesus Christ, they had her wearing the helmet.
Both Robert
fucking
Downey Jr. and what's her name? Chick that plays Pepper.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Help me out, Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, they're getting up there. Like, she was pretty old in the first one.
She still looks pretty fucking good, at least on screen.
I know. So if you look at Endgame closely, you'll see the makeup is covering up her old lady lips. You know, old lady lips have like the teeth lines in the lips.
Yep. I don't mind those. Not all. Old ladies don't necessarily turn me off because they're old.
Oh shit! I love Sunrise, man.
Sunrise is like,
I mean,
give me some gilf porn, dude.
Hey,
I'm in.
No. No. If I had to choose, right, I'll take a younger woman for sure. But I'm just saying, Gwyneth Paltrow is still fucking hot, and she's probably
she's still fuckable.
Look,
I'm dead serious. That's fucking canon.
I gave her a swing. I'd swing her.
From how the black chick does steal the suit, and then after a while, it's like it's like not even 3 fucking pages.
Oh,
they're
right.
like, oh yeah, you can have it back.
She hacks Friday, right? Because she's just She's just born with the innate ability to hack into the most advanced AI ever created by mankind.
No. She goes into the house while like Tony's.
How does she get past Friday's security? Or is it still no? By that point, it's not. What's his name? The first Jarvis. It's Friday, right? Or is that MCU only too?
That one's that's it's always been Jarvis.
Look. I just wanna.
Well, no, I think they change a lot.
What I said in what they did with the comics and why people are complaining, it's not that they care that a little black girl is the protege of Tony Stark. What they care about is they Mary sued the fuck out of her.
Exactly. Like, I don't mind if I don't give a fuck what the skin tone is. Like, whenever the Green Lantern became a black dude, I fucking liked him. I was all right.
I just really, really hate when they make like a 12-year-old kid like an amazing hacker. Like, that's retarded. It's not possible. Like, there's just no such thing as a fucking person that young who could hack.
Whenever I was 13, I was kind of a script kiddie.
Yeah, John Stewart was a great Green Lantern. That's who you're talking about. Like,
but yeah, John Stewart was a fucking kick-ass.
Everybody loved him.
Hell yeah!
I mean, the character.
Yeah. The other one is the alias the one I like the most, which is he's not very powerful, but he's a cocky prick, which is what makes him really cool. It's Guy Gardner.
Yeah, but I personally liked the first because he's serious whenever he needs to be. Like, there's a lot of fun to be had with him, and like, you know, he was a very fucking. He didn't have to have like gimmies like, oh yeah, you're this powerful. No, he adapted and he overcame. Like that's how you make a badass character. Not by what they can do, but by what they can't and how they adapt to it.
So almost every hero story is what makes the character interesting is the obstacles they have to overcome. And when you give them obstacles that are trivial or uninteresting.
No, you have to give them obstacles that look impossible.
Yeah.
Like, right? Absolutely, desperately impossible.
You can't pull a Rey where her obstacle is she's crying about her parents.
No.
Like,
come on, man.
You have to be absolutely convinced there's no way that they could possibly get out of whatever jam they're in. It's the only way to write a good story arc. You know what I mean? And
for a hero arc.
The stakes aren't high enough. No one gives a fuck. That's the whole fucking point. You know?
Like, I mean, I guess there's some room for it where it's funny. I mean, I'm Sunrise. I'm sure you haven't watched it. Am I the only person that has watched One Punch Man?
No, but
nope, I watched it.
Thor's a good example that everybody's seen. Thor had to overcome his own
pride
demons or whatever. His own pride. doesn't necessarily seem impossible, but given the context and given the character, it seems like a really, really big challenge. But the stakes are still really, really high.
We got more money on the dinglings. Hold on one second.
Not necessarily the challenge itself is so hard. It's that if he fails, like all the
best
a lot of people suffer as opposed to
Mr. Misanthropic for another $2 that I'm gonna throw around through the YouTube economy back to you until PayPal and Streamlabs get all the money. Is all the best directors need to also quit acting like they're too good for superhero movies. I'd like for a Sorcy or Fincher directed Batman movie. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't see that going well, but I think that Fincher could do a character, like a superhero type character, and just do an original creation and do something crazy and weird. But to take Batman and then because then you're talking about a whole nother set of forced shit. Like then you're talking about a bunch of shit that's done different just to be different, or just to subvert expectations, or you know what I mean? And then that feels forced. That feels disingenuous. And
I don't know. What they did with the newest Spider-Man was
like Quentin Tarantino doing a Star Trek movie. No, thank you. I love Quentin Tarantino and I love Star Trek, but I don't want their heads to be smashed together. You know what I mean?
You know what? That would be hilarious if it was made ironically.
No.
Like
I don't need that joke. Does not need to be told. I'm fine. Like
you wouldn't even like it for a spoof movie.
Poor Sunrise. Poor Sunrise.
I'm just trying to picture it right now.
It's been talked about in non-ironic conversations, man.
I kind of did.
It was a real possibility for a second. So that's the only reason I bring it up, because it was a thing for a minute. I'm like, no, Quentin Tarantino, no. You make such good movies, but no, don't do Star Trek. Please don't do Star Trek.
You know who actually upset me was
fucking Kill Bill, you bastard.
Yeah, who actually upset me recently was M. Night Shyamalan saying he's not going to go on with the Unbreakable Glass.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Glass was a piece of shit.
I don't give a fuck. That was a badass.
Glass was garbage.
I was a fan. I thought it was kind of cool.
M. Night Shyamalan is a hack.
Okay, I will say that, but he can at least have a little bit of gold every now and again.
That movie was like 2 hours or whatever of being jerked off with no happy ending. That movie, no.
Fuck that movie. Go back and watch it again. Because it wasn't a happy ending.
It wasn't That's
what it is.
The metaphorical happy ending. I'm saying there was just no payoff. It was just no. There was no. I'm not fine that they died. I love a good bad ending, but it wasn't even a bad ending. It was just over. Like all his fucking movies.
No, it was actually it was a fucking badass ending. He won. Mastermind fucking won in the end.
I liked it, and it kind of opened itself up for another kind of more realistic superhero vibe, which I kind of.
Yeah, sure. I like that concept, but just not M. Night Shyamalan. He just doesn't.
Oh, come on. He can do some movies.
My hatred for M. Night Shyamalan.
He's a victim of his own success. The Sixth Sense.
I will say there are quite a few flops that M. Night Shyamalan's done. But the Unbreakable series
was a really good movie, I think
Unbreakable series was good. If you watch all three of the movies back to
three of them,
you'll fully understand.
Holy shit, dude! I lost track after the first one.
Split in Glass.
Yeah. And who cares? Like it's all forced. Of course, he didn't plan it all out. It doesn't.
Not really.
Not feel like it's all one universe.
Yes, he fucking did. He
feels like he pulled it all out of his ass.
In the very first movie, you see the dude with the briefcase who is Split's dad, the Horde's dad. You see him in the very first fucking movie, and you don't even really pay attention to it. And then you realize that was the dude's dad. Like, that was him. He died in that train. And that's what made the Horde. And then Mr. Glass made the fucking Horde. And then not only that, but Mr. Glass's plan in the fucking last movie, he beat the group that was trying to keep all of the superheroes under wraps.
I liked Unbreakable. I love the way that, but it was so much better as just a one-off metaphor for superhero mythology. I thought that was a really good concept, and I liked it. But to turn it into a universe where it's really they're actually superheroes, and it's like, what? No, that's not. You didn't do that. You didn't have that idea in the beginning.
I'm glad I only watched just Unbreakable and didn't watch.
I'm on Batch's side. I thought the entire thing was cool, even if it wasn't planned. I thought it was I thought that was the best concept M. Night Shyamalan ever came up with, and I thought it was worth expanding on.
I even liked The Happening. It has problems.
Oh my god!
I liked it.
You instantly take away your movie card by making The Happening.
Yeah, whatever.
We're done. Well, we're gonna have to have a night. We're gonna have to have a vote.
Krill beyond his name.
Do we keep Sunrise around us tonight?
Oh wow! Wow.
I say we put him into a different channel, and then we just
put me in my own channel until I renounce The Happening.
We just.
All right, guys. Sunrise is gone now. He said he liked The Happening.
That bastard. Is he on drugs?
I thought we could trust him, but I don't think we can anymore. I think he's looking. The only time I've heard shit like that before was from FIB agents. Man, we gotta.
I think Sunrise. You're right. I was gonna say. I think he's a little. I think stuff's a little fishy. He hasn't took a bong hit yet.
Oh shit! So. He has. Hey, he was able to join right back in because he has full control.
I think you guys are missing the point.
I think you just got moved out of the chat, so we could talk about you behind your back.
You can talk about me while I'm here. I don't mind.
But how could you like The Happening?
All right, I didn't say it was a good movie.
Okay,
not a good movie. I just liked it. I just liked more of the idea of it, I guess. And I thought it was like at least the first half of it. Like all of the suicide scenes, I just thought it was well shot and like it was visually very entertaining. The story is garbage and the end was retarded, but I liked the movie. Like I'd give it like a 6. You know,
the suicide scenes were okay.
Calm down.
6 is still a little high. Like I
gave that one a solid 3.
You've got to leave room for subjectivity. All right,
it was better than The Village.
Oh, by far. Yeah. Oh, The Village was
not only did I know the twist ending before it happened, but everything
there was
that
a twist
happened
ending?
in the movie was terrible.
I didn't realize that was supposed to be a twist.
I mean, the thing about Shyamalan is a lot of the twists you can already predict. That's one of the reasons why I enjoyed Mr. Glass
because you can't write a movie around
predict that final twist.
Well, and plus, whenever a twist ending is your gimmick, people are like thinking about it. So when I first saw The Shining, I didn't really know. Like I wasn't thinking about it when I was watching the movie. And the story itself, even without the twist ending, was fine.
Yeah, Shining was good.
Or no, wait, yeah.
Wait, no, it's
Jack Nicholson was good in The Shining, but I argue it was
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, my bad. Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense was good.
So The Shining, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was the first time I ever had a movie spoiled for me, and yeah, that's
What's up now?
The Sixth Sense.
Even with the spoiler,
I thought you meant just now.
No, that was the very first time I ever had a movie spoiled.
I'm sorry, a movie that came out that far.
So you went into it knowing?
No, see, like we were literally we were out visiting parents' friends, stayed out for the weekend, and they rented the movie, and they rented it the night before we showed up, and had watched it. So as we were popping it in, buddies, my stepdad's buddy was all mouthing off about how fucking what's his face is dead the whole time, you know, the whole twist of the movie. So there was Yeah, you knew it the entire time.
I would have kicked him directly in the balls.
So it was like there was no, that twist was gone. So
that is one of the twists. That's
the second best one is
of the movie. If that's spoiled for you, then like
I won't lie. I can officially say Fight Club's not that great of a movie. It's all right.
Fight Club was
see there we go.
Why?
So to
Why?
me, Fight Club is like a 9.5 out of 10.
Why? Because it was spoiled for me before I ever got to watch it.
Oh,
so I knew what was gonna. I knew what to expect. Completely destroys the movie. I mean, it's still a decent movie, but it's not that great.
Yeah,
it's not like,
I probably wouldn't love it as much if it had been spoiled, because that's the kind of movie where it's even more than The Sixth Sense. You go back and you watch it again right after, because it's like, what? And you want to go see all those scenes because there was a little weird things like, wait, what was that? And then you remember those things when you see the twist, and you got to go back and watch it again. That's my experience.
I agree. I did
no idea what was coming.
Anyway, we've been going on for an hour and a half, so I say we take this.
Oh no!
I say we take this same conversation into some Overwatch matches.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna actually dip out for a smoke this time. The last time my biological daddy's father, the father of the monkey, arrived to pick up some cans for the donation. He is out of work at the moment, and
Mr. Misanthropic, I did not see the visit, and that's pretty impressive that it was so bad you wanted a refund from the Dollar Theater.
You can't blame the theater.
There's that. All right, which movie have you actually walked out on?
It's not fair to the theater just because you didn't like the movie.
I've never walked out on a. Oh wait, no. A History of Violence,
and
History of Violence.
The audio was fucked up, and the picture was blurry.
Stupidest movie I have ever went to the movies to go see.
I walked out on
Twilight
in the show,
with my date being in there watching.
Everybody, shut up! We're trying to end the show.
I'm trying to end the show and move to the after party.
Krill beyond to his name,
where we can fight all we want while playing Overwatch.
All right.
No. All right, a Wild Fox says, "EU Overwatch." That's right. Nobody actually watches their gaming streams. People do like our talk show streams. Maybe we need to do. Here's what we got to do. Maybe we're gonna trick people into thinking we're having a talk show stream, and then we'll introduce everybody, and then we'll be like, "All right, video games."
No, that's how we lose. We just got up to 8. Damn it, we're almost breaking 2 double digits.
Hey, no, we well broke double digits the night Agent Rio showed up, man. Anybody?
Fuck yeah, we did, dude.
Did. But anyway, we're gonna end this stream, and then Monkey's gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna get up for a second. It's almost like an intermission, and then we will start the playing Overwatch stream, where we talk about the same shit, but we're playing Overwatch at the same time. Monkey can go live on his own channel, and so can Sinrise. And Vash can sit around being like, "I'd love to play Overwatch, guys, but my computer will catch on fire."
Bro, we should do the multi-cam thing, or try to. I'm gonna try getting that set up this weekend.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up, and
if
it looks like it takes less than 5 minutes to set up, I'll set it up. If
not, Excel has seen the damage on my laptop because of me playing games.
Yeah, and you're sitting here trying to give money. No, save your fucking money, and we're gonna take some donations, and we're gonna throw them your way so you can get a new fucking gaming laptop, and then you and Cosmic Luna can play video games. Maybe after I get you another one, you guys will figure out how to get enough money to pay for real internet, even though it doesn't exist in Arkansas.
It does some places out there, because I was talking to Jack about it. He lives out in Arkansas.
Yeah, if you live on the college campus, you get good internet. About it.
But if you're out in the sticks, you're not getting internet. The shit.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to. Oh, we're still live. I can't just dip again. I already did that once.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna hit end stream here. Like I said, come back and you'll see another go live from next to the coffee table in about 20 minutes when we'll be playing Overwatch. We might have multiple streams set up, or we might have it set up so you can flip through everything like that one time on Gulf City. Either way, come back if you just want to come chill with us. Also, you can always join the Discord, go into the call-ins, man. I'll drag you down if we're playing over. I don't even give a shit. If you have Overwatch, come and play with us. It's only 3 of us.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, until 20 minutes from now, peace out, y'all.